Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Just adjust my audio a little bit here. Let me just see if I'm live on my Facebook group. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me properly. Okay, perfect. I am here live. Perfect. Okay, everybody. So, good morning. I hope that you guys are having a great week. It's midweek and it's getting towards the end of April, which is unbelievable for me, I have to say. Time this month has been a whirlwind because mostly because of our new puppy that we're getting. It's certainly all encompassing right now. So whoever is coming on live here, please say hello. Let me know who you are. If you want to engage in this live session, I would appreciate it. If you have any questions, plop them in the chat. If you want to, if you want me to know who you are directly here on my screen, you will have to allow StreamYard to show your name. If not, that is okay. I can also look here over to the side into my Facebook group on my phone. So let's talk a little bit about water, everybody, because it is something that of course, we all know we have to do on a daily basis. But what are our options, right? And sometimes, honestly, what I find when it comes to um, quote unquote healing our bodies or restoring and repairing our bodies, we oftentimes just overlook the simple things. We are oftentimes just going straight to the bells and whistle, I like to say and call it bells and whistles, such as supplements and any fancy products, any fancy, foods that we might hear about that we might want to incorporate. And we always just forget about the foundation, the basics that we need to have in place in order to create the strong foundation that we can then build on. And so it's important to know how we can actually, hydrate our bodies specifically because our bodies are 60% plus water. And so water is just needed for every single cellular function in your body. And so we should not be overlooking the impact of water, that it has on our bodies daily. And let me see. I know that some people are watching here. Please say hi. How are you guys doing? And let me know what you're drinking right now. Let me know what you're drinking. I'm actually having some water right now with some lemon in it. Mm. Okay, so let's talk about it. I posted in the group a question around what type of water are you drinking? And I heard tap water, I heard filtered water, and I know I had conversations with ladies who are actually drinking alkaline water. And so this is something I want to bust that myth because alkaline water is one of those marketing gimmicks that, companies are using because they know now that people are more conscious around, supporting our health better with better products. So they're riding that wave of marketing, and oftentimes they are just calling things, better when they're actually not. And so alkaline water is one of these things, and I will explain to you why. So let me know in the comments if you guys have been drinking alkaline water, if that is something you have been doing, and if yes, let me know why. Let me know what your thought was behind, drinking alkaline water. So, to better understand this, honestly, is when you have to just understand how your body is working, right? Your body has different pH levels throughout the digestive tract. So, your mouth is alkaline, your stomach is highly acidic, then your small intestine is alkaline, as well as your colon is alkaline. But they all have different pH levels because of different reasons, right? So, adding more acidity or adding more alkalinity into our bodies from an outside source is Not something that can be helpful because we might be offsetting our internal pH balances that our bodies are able to establish themselves. So, when we're talking about alkaline water, we're talking about water that is, alkaline. And when we drink it, the first effect that it has on your stomach is that it can actually, or it not, it can, it does decrease acidity in your stomach. So it has been shown in studies that alkaline water actually inactivates pepsin. For you guys who don't know what pepsin is a hormone that triggers the release of your stomach acid. Just pop this away. So, alkaline water inactivates pepsin. It inactivates a hormone that triggers the release of hydrochloric acid in your stomach. For those of you who know me longer, you guys know that I'm always always looking into how can we support each specific area in our body so that it can work properly 100%, right? The way it's supposed to. So what happens if we're drinking alkaline water? And by the way, most of us in here do have low stomach acid to begin with. That is just one of the side effects of having an autoimmune and Hashimoto's that I commonly see. So if we are drinking alkaline water on top of that, we are actually helping to have low stomach acid. What does that mean? Low stomach acid means that you are starting to or not breaking down your food properly in your stomach, especially proteins. Proteins, that is the main component that is being digested in your stomach, needs high acidity in order to be broken down in all of its different amino acids. And whoever joined me for my 4-day, life series that I did, 3 weeks ago or something like that, the masterclass series, now you guys know what that means if proteins are not being digested. It just continues to put pressure on the rest of your digestive system, which can lead to heightened inflammation, food triggers, food sensitivities, all of these things further down the line. So, really thinking about these things and not falling trap into those, marketing gimmicks of companies telling you that we have to alkalize everything in our bodies and our lives. It's not the case. For example, your skin pH is very acidic. So if you start alkalizing everything on your skin, specifically, you're really disrupting that the microbiome on your skin. That's another topic for another day. But do you so I hope I got that message across around, as to why alkaline water is not really helping you to hydrate, right? Because it hinders your digestion. So let's talk about let me see if there's any comments. Okay. Okay, perfect. So let's talk a little bit about tap water here, right? So I want to share something with you actually, to be something to be aware of. So tap water is something that has been, especially in the United States, has been commonly utilized for drinking purposes, entirely. So I am from Europe. I'm from Germany. I was born and raised in Germany. Drinking tap water in Europe, or Germany and some other countries that I've traveled to is something that is not very common. So for us in Germany and Europe, we tend to drink much more spring water, well water, bottled. Tap water is not common. And why is that? The reason why is because tap water is loaded with chemicals and other pollutants just naturally, right? Because it is everything that drains into our system is coming in. So, mind you, we do have all of these huge filtration systems in place. Each town, each city has them to, neutralize those toxins and pull them out of the system, pull them out of the water. But in order to do that, I mean, it's not all natural that, processes that are being put in place. Besides, having the water filtered through whatever techniques they're using, and, they're also adding chemicals to it in order to make it drinkable for us humans. So there's always the notion of added chemicals, in order to neutralize other pollutants. So there's fluoride and there's other things that are coming into our tap water. And honestly, the filtration is never 100% that it filters out all of the pollutants. And so the towns and cities are creating numbers around the amount of pollutants that are okay to drink. So, does that mean, though, for us that it is okay to drink? Most likely not, right? Because our bodies are still reacting to these pollutants in the water. So it's not optimal. So when the town creates those numbers around these pollutants, it might be okay as a standard, but it might not be optimal for us to drink. So, tap water is really something that needs to go through another source of filtration that you will have to explore in your own house. And I was going to share with you, if you're interested in finding out more about this topic, I always encourage you guys to do your research from sources that are, like legit. And so there is the EWG that actually has a tap water database that you can look into, and you can see how many pollutants are in your area inside your water. I was going to share this with you actually. Let's see if I can pull it up for you. I'm not sure if I can. I will try to. Um, I didn't plan for this, so I will see if I can do this. Let me see if you guys can see that. Yeah, so here you go. So it's called EWG Tap Water Database 2021 update. And let's just see. I'm just gonna pick a state. So if you guys have a state you want me to pull up, put it in the comments and I can. So let's just pick Ohio, right? And there's the different locations. I'm just gonna pick one. Let's see. Let's just see this one. Aurora City, Cleveland, PWS, Aurora, Ohio. So, like I said, EWG's drinking water quality report shows results of tests conducted by the water utility and provided to the environmental working group by the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency. Okay, so there's contaminants in tap water. And like I said, the towns and cities, they put in health guidelines. So they create certain numbers around certain pollutants, contaminants. So in this district, there's 26 total contaminants, out of which 14 actually exceed the EWG health guidelines. Okay. It says here legal does not necessarily equal safe because they don't know if it's going to be harming your body on whatever level. So, and then you can look further down, you can scroll down and you can see the contaminants detected. What are they, right? Bromoform, this one is, I can't even pronounce it, chloroform, chromium, whatever it is. There's a lot. Nitrates. Nitrates is actually one of the ones that are always very, very high in almost all tap water. So, well, you get my point. Let me just stop sharing this. Okay. So you get my point, right? Uh, so what can you do? What can you do? You need to filter your water. I would never drink a tap water straight out of the faucet anymore. There is different filters you can use. My preferred option is always a carbon filter. Carbon filters are highly effective. You can get them in various forms. and they actually filter out up to 90% of all of those chemicals and pollutants inside the water. And now the beauty is, and we have to keep that in mind, that tap water is not all bad. That is not to say that tap water is all bad. Tap water has all of the trace minerals and all of the minerals that we are getting from rainwater in the ground, that it's being filtered through, and all of these good things. We would like to keep that in our water, right? But we want to get the bad stuff out, so to speak. But we want to keep the minerals in. So carbon filters are a great way of filtering out those contaminants and leaving the trace minerals in. So, which makes it a really good source of water for your body, because water can be a really great source for getting in all of these minerals. Minerals being so important, as they are almost like the spark plug to your vitamins. Vitamins cannot function without minerals. So, really, really great way of doing it. My favorite one is a very easy on the counter sitting um, filter system, which is called Berkey. It looks like a big tank, and it basically just sits on our kitchen counter, and we refill it whenever it's filtered through. And then it has a tap at the bottom, and you just open it up, and the sorry guys, I think I lost you here. Okay, I think I'm back. So carbon filters on the counter is great. And then you also have reverse osmosis. So a lot of things are, a lot of people are starting to use reverse osmosis. It has been also, hyped up a little bit. So reverse osmosis is great in that it is a even more effective filtering system than the carbon filters. However, the reverse osmosis, even though it filters everything out, it also filters out your minerals. That is the downside of reverse osmosis. So if you were to use reverse osmosis in your house, it's great for, like, you know, making sure that you have nice bath water, or shower water. But for drinking purposes, you would have to remineralize it in order to make sure that you get the minerals into your body. So I just wanted to really point these two things out, because, like I said before, we have to really remember these fundamental things in order to support our health on a daily basis, right? So this is what I was going to share with you today. I hope this was helpful. So again, summarize, alkaline water is not necessary for you to hydrate your body better. Okay. There's no studies that show that alkaline water is actually going to help you hydrate better, because it says that it actually helps absorption in the small intestine. There's no sound studies on that. But what it does do is it prevents pepsin from creating hydrochloric acid in your stomach, and that is a fact. So that is my take on it. Don't drink alkaline water if you have, if you want to have a healthy stomach acid level in your body. And number two, we talked a lot about tap water, and how you can, optimize the intake of tap water if you're drinking it. We drink tap water, but again, we let it run through our carbon filters. This will help your body to, honestly, it's going to be such a huge support for your daily health with chronic inflammation. It really helps you to get rid of um, extra pollutants, extra inflammatory triggers that you are ingesting and you're not even aware of. Okay. All right, everybody. I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful day. And if you haven't yet, I strongly encourage you to sign up for the April workshop, the free workshop, the community workshop that I'm offering you. We're going live, I think. No, not live. I'm going to be doing it on Zoom this time. It's going to be on Zoom on the 26th of April. You're welcome. You're welcome. On the 26th of April at 10 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing a deep dive into digestion and absorption, a key pillar that you need to create, balance around in order to really create health and lower inflammation in your body. You have to dial in your digestion, and that is what the workshop is all about, dialing in digestion. I will talk about how you can do it. I will explain to you how things are being digested and absorbed in your body so you can learn. And then I give you some tools and strategies on how you can start right away in order to start creating more health in your digestion and absorption, which will also help you to reduce inflammation. Okay. So either message me or go down a few posts. I will post again with the link to register. It's on Zoom on the 26th at 10 a.m. Eastern. But I will also send out replays for those of you who register. It's a great workshop. Make sure that you catch it. You'll learn a lot that you can start to implement right away. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.